Just keep your eyes closed. By now, you must have understood that principle. Looking at yourself, whether it is effortless or you need a thought, a word, a suggestion to be aware of yourself. That is where you learn to use your thoughts. The thoughts remind, as you have seen elaborately. The thoughts do not recreate, but only remind. Since the job of the thought is to remind, as you sit down quietly to be yourself, if it is effortless, you don't need a thought, a word, a suggestion, or a reminder. In case so many other thoughts, impressions, crisscrossing, reminding you of various experiences of life, the past is unfolding in front of you. That time, consciously, you initiate a thought. And you remember anything that reminds you of yourself. That is where the importance of Guru Mantra Diksha, the teacher initiating you to a particular mantra, reminds you of yourself, who you are. Or, as in every class, every verse can be a mantra. You don't need special initiation. Picking up an idea as you choose. Like we saw yesterday, Ananyas Chintayanto Ma. That little statement, Ananyas Chintayanto Ma. Ye jana pariyupasate tesham nitya abhiyuktanam yogakshemam bahamyam. Ananyaschinta bhagavatah anyam na vidyate. You consciously dwell on that word. When you say the word Bhagavan, Ishvara, that word itself should be good enough to remind you of the whole macrocosmic total existence, of which your body, mind, inseparable part. Nobody stands apart. consciously. You can do it at two levels. When you are at your rooms all by yourself, you can chant that, sing that verse, repeat loud, you can listen to that. Then as you repeat, your mind dwells upon that. And as you think of those verses, you go into the source of their thought. So vak, manaha, and ultimately yourself. Consciously, physically preparing yourself to sit down. Kaya karma. You are ultimately programmed, aware as to what you shall do, to be ultimately with yourself. So physically, as when you choose to sit down, it reminds you of the purpose. Then vak, you sing that, chant it, loudly, slowly. The mind takes over. Ananyas chintayanto ma ejana pariyupasate. It's nothing other than Him. Call it He, She, It. The whole universe, of which your body, your mind, an inseparable part. From the standpoint of the Self, the Absolute, Atma Tvam, you are me, O Lord. From the standpoint of body and mind, our individual body, mind, forms an inseparable, integral part of the totality. Nobody stands alone. Nothing stands alone. You see that for yourself. You chant a verse to remind yourself to who you are. That is why consciously, just repeating these verses, dwelling upon those ideas, help you for those ideas to come effortlessly. For most people, thoughts of various kinds just come effortlessly. random thoughts, no purpose. They just keep coming. When these thoughts also become random, just comes just by itself. It's like you have listened to a movie song, a joke at a time. Without your choice, the song comes back. The joke returns to your mind. Because so many of those things you have been repeating unconsciously. When you go on reading the scriptures, go on chanting the Bhagavad Gita or such text, sharing those ideas of many kinds, writing, reading, then these thoughts also come at random. It reminds you of yourself. If somebody's insulting statement comes at random, and you go on listening to yourself, who you are, that becomes such a practice, call it a habit, that they also come by themselves. More you love it, more effortless it becomes. Ask yourself a question. Are you in love with yourself? Are you in love with God, the totality? In whose presence everything appears and disappears. And you are thus with yourself. Yoga kshemam bahamyam. No more there is an anxiety for anything to come or to be sustained. He knows. Call it Ishvara. Call it a mother figure, Matrikas, a friend, a Shakha. Whatever your attitude, no more you have the anxiety. Just see that for yourself. Stunnanti divyaistavehi Vedeshanga padakramopanishadai Gayanti yamsamaga Dhyanavastita tadgatena manasa Pashyanti yam yogina Yashyantam na vidusura suragana Tasmai Namah. Please see that, friends, as you come here to the class and you start even chanting the Gita, please try to remember, as even you are chanting, to be with the meaning. Suppose it's in a big speed and you are in a group and it has to be finished, that's a different thing. When you go back to your room, chant slowly. Sitting down under a tree, looking at a mountain, by yourself, chant it slow. And see the meaning of it. It's very, very important. Not only Sanskrit, but also if you speak in Tamil, English, Oriya, Hindi, any of the tongue you are using, as you speak, you must see the meaning. It's not for others' sake, but for your sake. The more and more you become so familiar with the word, then these thoughts will come at random. Understand that principle? These thoughts will come at random. Just like when you're sitting down, what thought comes? You don't know. Just like that. When you go on doing it, even these thoughts become random. Suddenly an idea comes, Ananya Chintayando Mam, Shivoham, Shivoham. Because that is the samskar you are putting into yourself. Even if other thoughts are coming, it makes no difference anymore. Because even if it's a bad word, a stupid thought, you know the content of it is yourself. That is why every word later on becomes your contemplation. Because there is no Bhagavataha Anyam na vidyate, there is nothing other than God. So the mind thinks of a stone, a tree, a monkey, a man, a woman, anything you think of, the content is Ananyas Chintayanto Maha. There is nothing other than myself, Ishvara. Because He is everything. Because our mind is so conditioned by good and bad, that how can I think of bad things and remember Ishvara? We'll see that later on. You will see Bhagavan Himself will say in the next chapter, among the games, I am the gambling. That completely kills you. Because suppose you are a very strict, orthodox, pure man, Your Holiness, now you are scandalized. Huh? God says, I am the gambling. Are you getting that point, please? In your body, which part you are in? Top to toe. Is there a part which is holy part, which is unholy part? That exactly is the conditioning. Something is holy, something is unholy. Yes, it's a functional conditioning given to the child, and it should be given to the child. Don't use rude word, use nice words, respect everybody, love everybody, tell the truth, don't tell lies. That has to be given. But as you grow up in life, you have to go beyond both. No choice. You can't remain a baby. You cannot remain a baby. Life will teach you in a very hard way. Because what you consider right can be proved wrong by somebody. Understand? Anger, good or bad, it will always depend. Any emotion, good or bad, it will always depend. You can't just have a blanket ban on anything. Anyway, those are the types of conditioning which have been in. So, more and more you contemplate, see for yourself, you are comfortable with any thought, every thought. What is the object you should remember to remember? What is that object you should remember which will remind you of the earth? Think. What is that object which you should remember which will remind you of the earth? Technically, everything. But immediately we shall say globe as the only one. Why? Because while looking at the stone, looking at the mountain, looking at the river, looking at the ocean, looking at anything, we have so much isolated that object that is tree, tree, tree. Earth is lost sight of. Are you getting that point, please? I say tree. Peacock. Will you say it's earth? Forget peacock. Me. Will you remember it is also the part of the earth? Solar system? Universe? Physical world you cannot see in your body. What to talk of Ishvara? That is why slow expand. Understand that. What shall I say? Can you consider your physical body as you are looking at the body? Can you remember it as the earth, a solar system, universe? Then God will come. Totality. What is that something will remind you of the earth? Globe. Should it be so? Anything should remind you of the earth. But if it does not remind, why? Tree means only the tree. The first name is forgotten, that is earth. Forget that. You think of your hand. Do you think about yourself? That is me. Just think of it. The whole body also is in the hand. It's a twist, it's a shift in the vision must take place within. It's so simple and so nice. The same place where you saw the dust, you see the universe. The same spot, understand? So anything you remember reminds you the earth. Anything you think reminds you of Ishvara. So your every thought becomes beautiful. Understand? As long as you have compartmentalized, bifurcated, holy and unholy, divine and mundane, right and wrong, moral, immoral, good, bad, that long you'll have a tough time in life. That is how you begin. We must begin. You can't tell the child, it's okay to tell a lie also, truth also. Success is as wonderful as failure. No, don't destroy the baby. He has to be given right values. Later on you appreciate. It's all one and the same. Yet, I continue to do the right thing, whatever is to be done. And when you say whatever is to be done, right thing, sometimes what appears in the eyes of the world limited or wrong, you can continue even to do that, like an emotion. You can appear to be angry, but for its own sake. You appear to be giving a little more importance to something for its own sake. Understand? Only when you contemplate more and more and see it in yourself, you'll understand what I'm talking. That is why, as you are in your room, as you chant, read that verses slowly and then think over it. That's your pastime, reminding yourself about yourself. Of course, smile, laugh, jump, run around, do everything, but never lose sight of yourself. You see Krishna's life, what was he doing? Climbing a tree, jumping into the Yamuna, all the stories you know, Balakri Krishna Leela. Running after the cows, running after these, running after that, doing these things, also fighting these Rakshasas, everything, all activities, yet never losing sight of himself. Living life to the hilt, complete. Happy with yourself, happy with every perception. So reminding yourself, please. Meditation, where you pick up an idea and see the truth of it for yourself. Please read. Ananya Chintayanto Mam Ye Jana Pariupasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamyaham Yepyanya Devata Bhaktaha Yajante Shraddhayanvitaha Tepi Mameva Kaunteya Yajantya Vidhipurvakam Yepyanya Devata Bhaktaha Bhajante Shraddhayanvitaha Tepi Mameva Kaunteya Yajantya Vidhipurvakam. It's so sweet. Are you contemplating and seeing it? Huh? That line is, that Ananya Chintayanto Mam is the ultimate. That is, Bhagavataha Anyam na vidyate. There is nothing other than Ishvara. So when you say the word Ishvara, Bhagavan, whatever name you like, Vishnu Sahasranama, Shiva Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama, Atma also Sahasranama. Thousands of names. Only thousands of names. What do they mean? 1,000 different things? Thousands. And none of them, in reality, none of them mean a thing. Thing is an object. Are you getting that? Flower is thing, water, thing. When you say Ishvara, means what? Everything. Sarvam. That's why his name is also Sarvam. In English, if you name that, his name is everything. Have you heard a name in English? Some boy's name, everything. Hey, everything, come here. In Sanskrit, you can give a name Sarva. But in English, have you heard one name? If they give everything, come here. This is culture. Why the God's name is given to the children? To remind him of themselves. Your name is meaningless, some sound, poo-poo, roo-roo, tutu, what nonsense. They're all anglicized, westernized name. Even today people find, you should see the destruction of the name when you go to the other countries, Indians' name. The person's name is Nachiketas. His name is Nak. Nak. What is this? Why did your father give that name Nachiketas? Nak. Everybody's name. His name is Natarajan. Everybody calls a nut. They should call nut, that's okay. Nuts should have been much more interesting. Nut. Nut. Why? Very difficult. I went to one country where the boy's name is Radhe. Radhe. His name is Radhe. He is West Indies. Anyway, Radhe. When he was admitted into the school, naturally schools run by the missionaries, and they say, see, this is difficult to call your name. Radhe is very difficult. So they gave him an easy name. You know what? Randolph. I was. His name is Randolph Radhe. Radhe very difficult. 2 words, no? Very difficult. Randolph is very easy. Now what? Nut. Krishnamurti, difficult. Krish. Now what is Krishna? Krishna is gone. Krish. And this person also feels more proud that his name is Krish. If you call him Krishnamurti, Krishnamurti is old style name. Because the person doesn't understand the purpose of naming. The name is given to remind you of yourself. Ishvara's, God's name, everybody. That is why in sannyas, when you are given, why this Suddhananda? Why these names are given? New names, brahmachari names are given. Why? To remind him. Your name is according to your understanding. Previously you didn't know that what Chaitanya means. As a brahmachari, you say this, your name is Shuddha Chaitanya, pure awareness. Oh, I understand that, and now it is my name. Shuddha Chaitanya. Then it is Shuddha Ananda, pure bliss. Nice. Anything. Satya Chaitanya, Mukta Chaitanya. When a name is given, it's not to put on some fancy cloth and hang around. It's not like that. It's to remind you. Your name is, you are given a name according to the understanding of yourself. So if you remember, so when they call you, now you remember who you are. They may call your body's name is Shuddha, but you know, absolutely. So when they call you, they are reminding. They don't know they are reminding, but you are reminded. That's why a new name is given. When you are born, a name is given to you or no? When you are born, body is given a name. This physical body, born to your mother, a name is given. In Prashna Upanishad, I think it says, all the students tell the teacher, Tvam na pita, you are our father. Suddenly became father. Why this father? Because you gave us birth to the Chidvapu. When this father, mother gave us birth to this Mamsamaya Vapuhu, Annamaya Vapuhu, body made out of food, you gave us, helped us to be born into Chidvapu, the body of consciousness. So the day we are born into that, after that should you not be named? Brahmachari. Brahmani charati, revels in Brahman. So everybody revels in Brahman. So everybody is a brahmachari. Are you getting that? Everybody is a brahmachari. But that is your generic name. Like engineer. Everybody engineer. But another name. Brahmachari. Everybody is a brahmachari. But if you say brahmachari, now who has to come? So, Suddha Chaitanya, another name, so pure awareness. Satya Chaitanya, Mukta Chaitanya, another name is given to you. So remembering, hey, I am this, I am a Chaitanya, consciousness, awareness, brahmachari. Beautiful arrangement. Having known it, then you say, okay, I am now Chaitanya, the brahmachari, truth in this life, happy with myself. But why not get involved in life, get a job, married, things like man or woman? Why not? Okay, marry, brahmachari, you can go there. But that does not mean your brahmacharya is gone. You are no more reveling in Brahman now. Huh? When you revel in something, you may lose sight of yourself, but you are reveling in yourself. In spite of reveling in everything, you don't lose sight of yourself. Are you getting the 2 points? That is why there is no চ্যুতি, no fall in this line, achyuta. Achyuta means infallible. You never fall away. You are happy with yourself, but you continue to do your life. Now you are married or you are living with something. So what? How does it matter? You decided to take that responsibility. Another person says, Vandam, I don't want it. Happy with myself. All right. Swami, master. It's a tradition. Not that brahmachari is different from Swami, Swami is different from brahmachari. No, the same truth. Lifestyle is used. You decide for yourself. So continuously, whatever you do, when a name is given to you, that to remind you of yourself. So Vishnu, Sahasranama, 1,000 names of God. Shiva Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama. So many names are there. Which name you should remind you to yourself? Anyone. You make a name familiar to you, so that the moment you say that name, you are with yourself. That is why your mantra. You can choose it for yourself if you understand. I like it. Shiva, Mahadeva, Ishvara, God. You say that, you are. It's just like principles. A ring is given to you. Why? Remembering your lover, your married boy, man or woman. Your uncle gives you a nice pen. When you remember, see the pen? Uncle. Immediately, you remember things. So when you like that word, oh, I like Vishnu, I like Narayana, I like Shiva, I like Pragyanam Brahma. That's very nice one. Mattah paradaram nanyat kinchidasti. There is nothing other than me. Maya tatamidam sarvam. That is good, but nothing like ajo nitya saswatayam purana. Take it. Take it. Whichever word. Are you getting that point, please? So, you create your own mantra. Powerful. That is why the teaching is an initiation. There is no special initiation. The people who don't teach, they specially initiate. Why? My donkey. That is where so many people are taken for a ride. Initiation ceremony is much more bigger, where there is no teaching at all. Initiation ceremony is the biggest event in life. The day they are initiated to a mantra or some type of fancy cloth, that is the biggest incident in life. Why? From that day onwards, they shall be deceived forever. They remember their deception, their suffering for the rest of their life. Because from that day onwards, they must get in, understand. The sense of speciality comes in. I am now initiated, you know. Oh, I see. A high-profile donkey. Understand? Your initiation to yourself. And when you are initiated to yourself, you are aware of yourself, then what name shall we give? Ishvara's name. What name? You decide. Why? I am everything, no. So, hey Arjuna, those who do that, Tesham Nitya Vyuktanam Yogakshema Mambhami, I shall carry their yoga and kshema. God, you seem to be like my uncle. One who thinks of you as himself, you take care of him, everything. But other people who are not thinking of you, you are not taking care of them. He said, not like that. I must move. Epi anya devata bhakta. Yajante shraddhayanvita. Even the people who worship, listen carefully now, you will see the beauty, Catholicity, all pervasiveness of this attitude. So beautiful. Epi anya devata bhakta. Those who are worshipping even other gods. What is these other gods? I'll explain to you. Those who are worshipping other gods, meaning those who see gods in any other form, tepi, they also worship me. Why? Maya tatam idam sarvam. By me everything is pervaded. Only difference is, understand, listen carefully. Whatever you touch earth. Are you getting that? Whatever you touch earth. Simple example. Whatever you touch earth. But a person can say, only if you touch India only, it is earth. Touching the stone is not earth. What shall you tell him? What are you talking? One who sees everything as Ishvara, everything is Ishvara. So I see God in and through everything. But one who has confined the God to this form, he shall say, this is the only God. That is where the problem comes. Are you getting that? That is where the exclusiveness, the problem comes. Even if you accept him, that in whatever form you worship, you are really worshipping God. But the other person will say, only if you worship this form, that is God, or else it is not. You understand the defect now in the exclusive theory? Why there is fighting in the name of God? The one who sees, when you say the word Ishvara, it's not one name with one form, but at once everywhere. So, if a person worships a tree, he worships God. Monkey, God. Stone, God. XYZ, God. A cross, yes. One dome, yes. One fire, yes. Wheel, yes. Anything. What? Ishvara. There everybody is worshipping God only. You have no problem. But the person who is holding on to a particular symbol and he says, only if you worship this one, it is God, rest is not. What do you do? Are you getting that? What do you do? He is bent upon converting you to that. Instead of losing himself in totality, he wants to maintain that particular stand, and everybody must be sacrificed to that. Imagine it. Think of it. How do you like it? Earth is India, Earth is Madras, Earth is Australia, Earth is America, Earth is Europe, the world is South America, the world is China, Japan, no problem. But suppose one country says, America is the world. How do you like it? God is Rama, God is Hari, God is Krishna, God is tree, God is Jesus, God is Allah, God is Buddha, God is Jain, God is Zoroaster, God is tree, God is dust, no problem. But one among the things you take it, this is the only God, what will happen? Do you understand? So when you say religious harmony, there should be, other day some man was telling, Swamiji, what do you think of this inter-religious dialogue? I said, that's excellent, but who is available? Because this person says, this is, it's like America is the world. Discuss what? What is there to discuss? If America says, are you getting that? If America says, America is the world, now what is there to discuss? I say world is America, world is India, world is everything, no problem. But the person stands there and says, America is the world. Now what is there to discuss? You can't discuss with him. That is why some people in their heart, oh, all the religions tell the same thing. I see. All the religions tell the same thing. You understand the silliness of it? This type of silly attitude has destroyed people. They do not say the same thing. Don't try to paint something genuine and noble when in reality there is so much of ignorance in that statement. To point out a mistake as a mistake, if it is rudeness, then what is teaching? The child says, 4 5s are 18. Yes. Why? Don't tell he's wrong. He will feel bad. True. What lovely teaching it is. 4 5s are 18. Don't tell it is 20. Huh? He will feel bad, you see. We don't make anybody feel bad. Everybody is telling the truth only. But 4 5s are 18 is telling. He will feel bad, You should not make people feel bad. What is this teaching? This man says, America is the world. Don't tell anything. Because he is also telling same thing. Telling same thing? I say world is America. And he says America is the world. Are they telling same thing? World is America, world is Russia, world is Europe, world is thing, world is dust, world is there's tree, mountain, everything. Where shall you see the earth? Anywhere. And this person says, no, this is the only world. This is the world. Like that French king, I am the state. Now what do you do? He is the state. Now what can you do? Now even if you say you are the state, he is the state. What is this? Even if Krishna talks the right thing, some followers of Krishna will kill him. Why? Krishna, he says, I am the God. Therefore, he is the only God. When I told you yesterday, carefully. When he says, I am, it includes everybody's I. Aham is sarvayajnanam bhokta. Will come later on. I am the one who is offered everything. Gati, Bharta, Prabhu, Shakshi, Nivasa Saranam Surut. I is the goal. Don't say God is the goal. I is the goal. When you say you are with yourself, will God feel offended or relieved? Appa, good fellow. When you are independent, showing you the streak of your independence, a matured man will feel threatened or happy. Appa, this fellow no more depends on me. Very good, thank you. But suppose a grown-up fellow, elderly fellow still depending on you, what do you say? Ayyo, retarded. What else can you say? So, please see that. Yepi anya devata bhakta. Those who consider themselves are the bhaktas of anya devata, meaning one who sees God in any other form. Listen, instead of seeing any other form means what? Watch out this statement. Instead of seeing God in all forms, even if he sees the God in one form, not that one who sees Krishna, he is the one who is devoted, other if he sees in any other form, Krishna will get angry. That is not the statement here. The statement is, the truth is you should see God in all forms. Even if somebody sees the God in one form, he also worships me. Are you getting that point, please? Wow, beautiful. Just think of it. Even if he sees in one form, think. That whole statement is different, no? Are you getting that point, please? One who sees the God in all forms, beautiful. Even if the person sees him in one form, it's not the statement is, if you are a Krishna devotee, what shall you say? Even if he sees, on AP Anya Devata Bhakta, you can see Krishna as the God, or even if you see other also as the God. Not like that. Anya Devata Bhakta does not mean other types of gods other than Krishna. Other God means God in all forms. You should see all forms. Even if somebody confines the God to one form, he also worships God. Are you getting that? Even if you can see India into one little thing, you are also seeing India. That also is India. Even if you consider it this, that also is India. Because India is not going to be separated just because you are sticking to a particular place. Think. Very, very important. You cannot divide God. Are you getting that? You may see God in one place, but that does not divide the God. Just like your earth. It's only one earth. There are only 10 countries before. Now there are more than 200 countries. When you are creating new countries, are you dividing the earth? Can the earth be divided at any time? That division only takes place in your brain. Earth is never divided. Earth is earth. Borders, you create borders, you take away. You create an imaginary line. The line is imaginary. Are you getting that point? The divisive line, dividing line is imaginary. The dividing line in God is imaginary. To say God and is to draw an imaginary line. Are you getting that point, please? When you say the all-pervasiveness, there is no God and. There is no earth and the country. There is no God and. No. Imaginary line. That is, you can't stand apart. What is the question of your creating another God? Are you getting that point? Even you can't stand apart. What is the question of your trying to create another God? But the language is like that. When you say the word God, it looks like as though one from somewhere. That is why your whole psyche must change. You see that very clearly. When you say the word truth, God, it should not mean one name with one form. It is the name for all forms. Therefore, nameless, formless, absolute. Yet, all names, all forms included. So, in whatever form, hey or Krishna, hey Arjuna, you worship me, tepi mam bhaktya, tepi mameva kaunteya, yajanti, they worship me, but avidhi purvakam, avidhi, there is no vidhi in that. One who sees America is the earth, of course you see the earth there, but avidhi, that's not the right. It is something insufficient because it divides, doesn't unite. It separates, doesn't integrate. How do you create a division in the indivisible? Abhaye vahaidarshina, advaye dvayadarshina. One who sees duality in the indivisible. You see the division in the indivisible, duality in the non-dual. There is only one thing alone existing. When you love somebody, think, what is love? Even ordinary human love. In ordinary human love, the love's culmination is when the lover and beloved are one and the same. Other person's wish is my wish. Other person's thought is my thought. Whatever she says, okay. Whatever he says, okay. Adana, that's a love. Where that second thing doesn't exist. What is the ultimate in devotion? He alone is. She alone is. Bhagavata anyamna vidyate ananyas chindayantoma. He alone is. You are included. If you are not included, by your presence, the limitless is limited. That is why by your devotion, because of your separation, listen carefully, a devotion which separates you from God accomplishes the impossible. It limits the limitless. That is why a bhakta born of ignorance is not innocent, is arrogant. Because in his so-called devotion, he has divided, created a wedge, a rift, a division between the infinity and finite. How can you stand separate? Therefore he worships, but avidhi purvakam, not it is tatpura ajnanam, tatpurvakam ajnana purvakam yajante. She is the is doing that worship, but that is not the right one, because he will not get anything out of it. By separating, you will always remain separated. You will never be one with Ishvara, God. That oneness will never be seen. That is why it becomes useless. And is it necessary to establish duality in this universe? Think, is it necessary to establish duality? Duality is self-evident. You would establish the oneness. You don't have to discover, you don't have to establish duality and separation. That tree is different from me, Stone is different from me, I am different from you, you are different from me, God is different, dog is different from me, I am different from dog. Do I need a scripture for it, a guru for it, a God for it? Self-evident. If at all the teacher should say something, scripture should say something. Oneness. Sarvam khalu idam brahma, as Bhagavan says. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat abhyakta murtina. By my unmanifest form, everything is pervaded. Therefore, ananyas chintayanto mam ijana pariyupasate. One who sees this reality, for him yogakshemam vahamyam. I carry it. Other devotees, you can ask. Shankara comments very nicely. Satyam eva bahati eva. That okay, God carries the yogakshemam. Kintu ayam vishesha. What is that? Anye ye bhaktaha te swatmartham swayamapi yogakshemam ihante. There are other devotees. Who are the other devotees? One who is ignorant and considers himself separate from Ishvara. They are also devotees. You saw that no earlier. Chaturvidha bhajante mam jana sukrutino arjuna. Artho artharthi jigyansu jnanicha bharatarshava. 4 types of people worship. All of them are devotees, bhakta. Artha, artharthi jigyansu. What do? Te atmartham swayamapi yogakshamam ihante. Te ihante. They put forth effort, atmartham, to keep themselves in good condition, in good shape. They take care of themselves. Ananya darshinatu na atmartham yogakshamam ihante. One who sees that, he never looks for anything for himself. Happy with himself. Thereafter, whatever comes. It's a beautiful attitude. Can you believe? Can you go to a kitchen and wait for whatever comes? Can you be a person like that? If wherever you go, whatever comes, I am happy with it. You will not know, the beauty of that lifestyle. Wherever you go, whatever comes, okay. But it must be maintained continuously. For some time I do it, then change it. That doesn't work. So sometimes you also come in, sometimes God also comes in. That is where the fellow becomes smart. Becomes smart. Whatever comes I like, but I see. Yeah, very good. You continue, don't worry. It's like somebody tells you, you want any food? You can see, especially among the sadhus, you shall see, deceptive. Do you want any food? No. Whatever you bring is okay. Whatever you bring is okay. No, if you have any like, something you like, no. Anything you say is okay. Anything is okay. So the person makes one roti, one sabji. Only one roti sabji, yeah. At least there should have been some rice. At least a little dal. You want to listen to a story? A true story. In Rishikesh, let me tell you that. There was a sadhu. In these Gujarati people and Marwadi people, they are very devotees. And in North India is very famous because North India is a sadhu culture. Sadhus are invited. In South India, you can die on the road. But in North India, you can be fat on the road. No problem. Because everybody feeds you. And that's a culture. What to do? So he goes there. And he's a Gujarati fellow. He goes to this sadhu, Maharaj, and asks him, will you come for a little Bhiksha. Bhiksha, please come to our house for Bhiksha. Okay, all right. First thing, invitation for Bhiksha is a ridiculous statement. Bhiksha is begged for, not invited for Bhiksha. You should say, when you are invited, you say, I am going for dinner. Don't say going for Bhiksha. Going for Bhiksha, go and beg. This is, the ridiculous language. Swamiji's kutia, palace. Kutia. What is kutia? Nonsense. When you say kutia means it should be kutia. If it's a palace, it's a palace. No, Swamiji's kutia. What nonsense kutia? Rubbish. Anyway, So this is the type of language people use, deceptive, deceptive, deceptive. So what do you want? Oh, you want food? Bhiksha, please invite, come for bhiksha. What is the come for dinner? If he says, give me some food, bhiksha. Then I come to your house, ma, give me some food. Whatever come, bhiksha. Adam perfect. Anyway, so he goes, okay, what shall I do for you? Nothing, anything is fine. No, please tell anything you want, please tell, because since you are coming, if anything you like, nothing. I really don't like, anything is okay, really anything is okay. No, Maharaj, if you can say something, I will do that. All right, chawal to banayega hi, you will make some rice. Basmati to banayega hi, basmati. Already given the hint. Basmati chawal mein khushbu aa jata hai. Meaning there is fragrance in that. Chawal to banega hi. Aur 2-3 sabji to banega hi. 2-3 vegetables of course will be there. 2-3 sabjis. And already, he doesn't want anything, you see. 2-3 sabji ki to banega hi. 2-3 sabji. Aur roti bhi kuch dalo. Roti mein to ghee dalne se soft ho jata hai. If you tell with the ghee, if you put little ghee on the roti, it will be very soft. So, do that. Or, sweet to hoga hi. Maharaj, do you like any sweet? No, I don't like any sweet. Anything is okay. No, anything. Okay, yeah, bata deno, Srikhand, bata de, Srikhand, as though he doesn't know. He knows everything. But he'll talk as though he doesn't know anything. Srikhand, the costliest sweet. Very difficult to make. And banate, you will make it. But kaisa? Of course, you'll get the bhais ki doodh, buffalo milk, not cow milk. Because buffalo milk is thick. Cow milk is not. Buffalo milk. Oh, isko ubal ke, meaning going on, boiling. When it becomes really thick, of course, you'll make it curd. And then put it on a cloth. And then the water should go down. Pani to pura chale jayega. And iske baad, when it's really thick and nice, you put little sugar. इसमें तो saffron डालेगा ही. Saffron डालने से इसकी सौंदर्य बढ़ जाता है. If you put the saffron, it will look yellow. So the beauty will come up. और इसमें जो इलायची वगैरह पतला स्पाइस बताते हैं ना, इसको थोड़ा डालने से खुशबू बढ़ जाता है. If you put, so he doesn't want anything. If you put that thing, so his fragrance, flavor also will go up. और इतना मीठा खाने के बाद ये तो पार्टी बांध लेता है. तो फिर इसके लिए नमकीन तो कुछ करेगा ही. So after eating so much of sweet, when the tongue is tied, naturally you will make some namkeen, some salty things also. बनाओ कुछ भी बनाओ, गाड़ी तो भेज देगा, गाड़ी भेज देना. So he does not want anything. Why? Yogakshemam mahamyam ananyashchandra. This is the Rakshas species. It's a pure Rakshas species. Some people, when they become sadhu, they get trained to be like that. The first training. That is why as long as a brahmachari, the person becomes normal, studying normal. The moment he puts on the cloth, begins the despotism of the worst order. Everybody must respect. If somebody doesn't touch the foot, somebody should pull the leg. No, they must touch his feet also. If they don't touch his feet, oh, I am 10 years, 15 years, senior. In wisdom, what is seniority? In wisdom, what is the seniority? It's like a person working as a clerk for 30 years, and yesterday I passed from the, I get the IAS, I become the district collector. So the fellow is working in the office in 30 years telling, yesterday's fellow has become the collector. What to do? Brilliant. Coming only yesterday, think too much of himself. He understood. You don't understand even after 30 years. Don't worry. In wisdom, there is no seniority and juniority. Juniority? Okay. There is no senior and junior. Whoever understands, and once you understand, are you senior, junior or timeless? You are in the timeless club with everybody. Ishvara. Understand? Please think of it. Unconsciously, this nonsense goes in. Avidhi purvakam pujan yajante. The one who worships, those who are seats separate, they are also worshipping. But avidhi purvakam, why? That separation will continue. The more you worship like that, more your division is confirmed. Understand? What is the danger? The more you worship as Bhagavad Anya, Aham Anya. I am different, he is different. You shall, by your worship, you shall confirm your division more and more. But when you understand and then worship Ishvara, you see he alone is not only there but also here. So that upasana is to remind you of yourself. That is the real job of the puja. What it does to you. What it does to God? Nothing. What can I do to God? What can I give to God? It's my audacity. That is why Bali was so proud that he offered Vishnu that I shall give you the dhanam, I will give you charity. Giving charity to God, what is yours to give? And that is why, a story. Appreciate. Look at your attitude, correct it. Not perpetuate wrong attitude. Understand? That is why you can't say all religions, same thing, all believers are same. No. They believe in a God. What type of God? We separate from them. There is a huge difference when we say America is the world and world is America. World is everything, America also. World is everything, tree also. God is everything. God is monkey, God is man, God is tree, God is thing. That's why in this tradition, in what form shall you worship Ishvara? Any form that you choose. Yathamata abhidhanadva. Whatever way you like. But see the God in that form. If you see that form as the only God, avidhi purvakam, that becomes wrong. But God in any form, fine. It doesn't matter. I look at you, all over your body, you. But no, in your finger only you. My whole focus is on your one part. Why people become obsessed? Physically obsessed, sexually obsessed, stomach-wise obsessed, part-wise obsessed. Because you are obsessed with a part. The other person whom you love is for a part. That is why the other person feels dirty, stupid. Because you are using the whole person for a part. It's like when you say that you are using the woman as a sex object. You are using the man as the money spinning machine. Why the person hates it? Don't look at, I'm not a sex toy. I'm not a money-making toy. Take the whole person. Love the whole person. God is in this form? Only in a stone? Only in this tree? No. Tree also, stone also. All over. But if there is a religion which will make you to believe that this is the only form of God, now what do you do? It's like tree, are you getting that? It's like fence hitting the tree. The policeman becoming the thief. I go for a solution, I get stuck in the confusion. The tiny body that I was looking at it, I was thinking, I am the God. Ishvaro aham bhogi. You see in 17th chapter. Arrogance because of ignorance. I am the God. I took everything by myself. Now previously I was thinking, now I say, this is the only God. So previously I was fighting to prevent myself, to protect myself. Now to fight to protect the God. What way? Only the fighting shifts. The fighting doesn't stop. When you see, it's everywhere, in and through everything. Then, beautiful. Tebi mam Avidipura bhajanti. And hey Arjuna, in reality, I am everything. Read it, we shall see in the afternoon. Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhokta cha prabhureva cha natu mam abhijananti tattvena tasya vandite. We'll see it not afternoon, 11 o'clock. Okay? 11 o'clock we'll see that. Well, these are very simple verses are coming. We'll try to finish it up. Okay? 11 o'clock we'll have the class. Close your eyes.